Growing up in a super small town in rural Arkansas meant that if you were different at all, people noticed. And I was different. Hi, my name is Ashley, and this is the story of how my biggest burden became my superpower, and then my burden again. Ever since I was a toddler, I had a hearing impairment that forced me to wear this really awkward device over my left ear. My parents told me I could never take it out, that it would be dangerous if I did. And as I entered tweenhood, I really wanted to.
Paging Agent Ashley, do you copy?
Molly, the class clown, was also the class bully. She would come up and tap on my hearing device.
I said, Ashley, come in. We have a breach of security.
The class would laugh at her shameless harassment, and the teachers were afraid to stand up to her. They didn't want to get roasted after all. My home life wasn't much better. Mom and Dad were always fighting, and it always seemed like it was about me.
How was school today, honey? Is that horrible girl still making fun of you?
I was still too busy stabbing my peas with a fork to respond. I really wasn't in the mood.
Ashley, I said how was school? Did you hear me?
Of course she heard you. She can hear. She's just in one of her moods.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to connect with our daughter.
Well, maybe you should give her some space. All your suffocating isn't helping.
Ugh! I wish I couldn't hear you both! I yanked the device out of my ear for the first time ever and was met with a piercing ringing sound that I can only imagine feels like what a dog hears when someone blows a dog whistle.
Honey, no!
Mom and Dad rushed over and shoved the device back in my ear. I nearly passed out from the pain of the noise. When I came to, I was in shock. What was that?
That's what happens when you don't listen to us. That device is there to protect you. Don't try that again.
Protect me from what, though? Hearing loss? Something felt off. But I didn't dare remove the device again.
I didn't have many friends, but my parents got me this harmonica bottle. Despite my hearing issues, blowing into the harmonica cap and playing a tune with every sip brought me joy. I know it's a small thing, but isn't life all about the little moments that make us happy? Check out the link in the description.
When I got to high school, Mom forced me to join an extracurricular in the hopes I would make friends. So I joined the soccer team, the only sport I was remotely good at. But I didn't realize Molly was on the team. She would tease me for any mistakes I made.
Hey, Trashly, can you turn off your music and focus on scoring a single goal?
During our penultimate season game against our biggest rival, I was so scared that I would mess up, and Molly would never let me hear the end of it. We were a point away from winning. The defense was tight. I had no idea Molly was planning to pass me the ball.
Ashley, get open!
She kicked the ball midair, and I tried to chest bump it, but instead, I fell flat on my chest, losing us the game.
I thought that thing was supposed to help you here.
I couldn't take it anymore. I stood up and kicked the soccer ball straight to her head. I heard you loud and clear. Bam! The soccer ball hit her smack in the face. Fuming, she charged at me. She tackled me to the ground, and then I felt her yanking on my hearing device.
Give me that thing!
Stop! Don't! Help! I need help! But before anyone could save me, she pulled out the device and chucked it across the field. That brutal, painful ringing started reverberating again. It sent shockwaves through my head and my body. I fell to my knees and screamed in agony. And then, silence. Total, utter silence. I opened my eyes, stunned by the scene in front of me. No one was moving. Everyone was frozen in place. The ref had his hand around Molly's wrist, trying to restrain her. But why was no one moving? Hello? Guys? Guys? What is happening? The thing is, I could hear myself screaming, perfectly clear, even without the hearing aid. I scanned the field for my device and found it in the goalpost. I fashioned it back into my ear and was met with that piercing ringing again. But this time, when I opened my eyes, everyone was moving again. Molly was being apprehended by the ref, getting dragged off the field. And hovering above me was a boy my age from the opposing team. I thought he was going to say something snarky, but instead he offered me his hand.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Oh, weird. Looks like you got your device back. Huh. Anyway, I know what it's like to be bullied. I'm Jasper, by the way.
He had these really weird-looking sunglasses secured to his head with a metal wire.
I can't take them off, or something about the sun. I don't know. Just stay strong and don't let it get to you. What they see as your biggest weakness could be your biggest strength.
My biggest strength? Okay, there was totally something my parents weren't telling me. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but something connected to the device seemed to stop time. When I got home, I thought about telling my parents what I had experienced, but I had no idea how they'd react, and I wanted to be sure first. So, I did a little experiment at dinner.
Your coach called. Apparently you got into a little tussle with that girl Molly. I'm going to call her mother. Enough is enough.
Oh, come on. You think that's what Ashley needs? Her mother interfering? Like that's gonna make school easier for her?
Would you rather she get tormented every day?
I rushed away from the dinner table and locked myself in the bathroom. I couldn't listen to them bicker anymore. I yanked out my earpiece, ready to face that dreadful ringing. When it was over and I opened my eyes, all was silent. The shrill sound of my parents screaming was gone. I was nervous to go back to the kitchen, a million thoughts running through my head. But when I arrived at the dinner table, my parents were right where I left them. My mom's fork waving at Dad, spaghetti sauce all over Dad's face. Then I realized I couldn't hear the traffic outside, or the baby next door crying, or the wind. I stepped outside to find that I had frozen the entire neighborhood. What if I had caused a catastrophe? I needed to get to the lookout in town to see how far my, quirk extended. My neighbor was frozen on his bicycle and I needed transportation. I snapped a photo of him with my phone so I could put him right back where I found him. Then I picked him up and set him gently on the sidewalk. I hopped on his bike and pedaled to the overlook where I could see all the way out to the water. I looked out onto the horizon, desperately searching for any sign of movement. The river didn't even look like it was flowing. But then I spotted something. A fisherman waiting in the water, reeling his fishing rod. Whew. I didn't know if I could handle the responsibility of freezing the entire world. I needed to get home and search for answers. But as I turned around, I noticed a row of cars parked. I peered through the windows and saw my classmates making out. Well, frozen mid-makeout. I thought the makeout spot was a total myth. The last thing I needed right now was another reminder of how abnormal I was. I'd never kissed anyone. Then, in one of the cars, I saw a familiar mop of blonde hair against one of the windows. It was Molly, and in the passenger seat was Jasper. What the heck? I had no idea they even knew each other. The guy who saved me from my bully looked like he was mid-arguing with her. Were they dating? Breaking up? I was suddenly filled with rage. I had to do something. I saw a lizard on the ground, picked it up, and dumped it into the crack in the window onto her lap. Then I hid behind a tree, put my hearing device back in, and watched her totally freak out. Ah! She jumped out of the car, frantic. Ew, ew, ew! I couldn't help but laugh to myself. I suddenly felt powerful. This wasn't a quirk. It was a strength. Oh shoot, totally forgot to return the bike. I sped home, leaving the bike right where I found it. When I got home, my parents were livid.
Where were you? We were terrified. We didn't even hear you leave.
Sweetie, it's fine. She's home now. You don't have to hover so much.
I just went for a bike ride to clear my head, to get away from your arguing. I locked myself in my room, wishing there was a way I could use my powers to make my parents get along. I thought maybe I could, by becoming the social, well-adjusted daughter they'd always wanted. So, I started scheming. First, I would stop time so I could make friends. While I was at my locker, I overheard some cool alternative girls talking about a birthday celebration.
The party was fun, but no one got me the electronic baby doll I've wanted since I was a kid. I know I'm grown now, but I've been talking about it forever. It's like my dream gift.
I took my earpiece out, suffered through the familiar pain, and sprang into action. I dashed out of school, biked to the nearest toy store, and hunted down the electronic baby doll. Taking a deep breath, I put my earpiece back in, walked up to the group, and smiled. Hey, Bryn! I know yesterday was your birthday, and I saw the general invite. I couldn't make it, but here's a little something for you.
Oh my god, no way! An electronic baby doll?
Yep, she pees and poos.
Exactly what I wanted. You're amazing. Give me a hug, dude.
I invited Bryn and her crew over to watch a movie, and I could hear Mom and Dad talking about me from the other room.
I'm so relieved she's finally made friends.
Now, if only she could get her grades up.
Sure thing, Dad.
Okay, time's up. Ashley, walk me through the problem.
I was notoriously horrible at algebra, so I thought I'd buy myself some time. The problem? Well, that's easy. I took my earpiece out, time froze, and then I casually walked over to the smartest girl in the room's desk and copied her notes. I walked back to my seat, put my earpiece back in, and to isolate the variable, first, subtract 5 from both sides of the equation, simplifying 2x plus 5 minus 5 equals 15 minus 5 to 2x equals 10.
Oh, great work.
She's cheating!
Uh-oh, did Molly somehow see me?
Someone's feeding her answers through her earpiece.
Nope, still just bullying me. But I had an idea for revenge. At our final season-ending soccer game, as Molly was winding up to kick the ball for an easy goal, I froze time. She was halted mid-kick. Then, I moved the ball slightly to the right. When I unfroze and she kicked, yeah! She fell straight onto her butt, missing the ball completely. Her face turned beet red. Might want to check your eyesight.
I swear I had that!
And even though it was causing me immense pain to keep freezing time, it was worth it just to see Molly's face when I froze the field, moved the goalpost over ever so slightly, pivoted the goalie, unfroze time, and scored the winning goal. The crowd went wild. All of my teammates lifted me up in celebration, while Molly was pouting off to the side. And after the excitement settled, I saw Jasper making his way toward me.
Wow, amazing performance.
I didn't know you'd be here.
Yeah, my best friend plays on the other team. Hopefully he'll forgive me for talking to the enemy. Hey, do you want to hang out later?
I blinked. Seriously? From the corner of my eye, I saw Molly staring daggers at us. You're not dating her?
Molly? Ha! No, I'm not dating Molly.
I hesitated. I saw...
What? What did you see?
Never mind. There was an awkward pause, and I needed to do something. So I grabbed my harmonica bottle and took a sip. Then, without thinking, I blew into the cap. A loud, unexpected whistle echoed through the field. Jasper jumped.
Did your water bottle just make a sound?
For some reason, I decided to play along, acting just as surprised as him. Maybe I wanted to share the excitement, or maybe I was just really nervous. I blinked down at it, then tried again. A perfect little tune played from the cap. No way! Jasper grinned.
Okay, that's actually awesome. Where do you even find something like that?
It was a gift, but you can totally get one too. Amazon links in the description. Jasper shook his head, amused.
All right. So, is that a yes?
Yes!
Awesome! I'll pick you up in an hour. We can go to the lookout point.
I nodded, still holding my harmonica bottle like it had just revealed a secret superpower. Because apparently, it kind of had. I think I visibly gulped. The lookout point? Could this be it? My first kiss? But I was getting ahead of myself. First, I had to finish my take-home algebra test. There was no way I could do it in an hour. So I improvised a little. The janitor had the master key to every room in the school. So when I saw him in the hallways, I just casually froze time and unclasped the keys from his belt. But this time, the pain in my ear was really bad. I had to act quick. I unlocked the teacher's office, carefully searching for the test results, making sure not to move things too badly. Finally, I found it. But just as I was taking photos of the answers, my ears started ringing piercingly loud. I collapsed onto the desk, trying to withstand the pain. But I accidentally knocked the teacher's mug over, spilling old coffee all over the test. I ran out of the office, locked the door, and clasped the keys back onto the janitor's belt before I fell again. Then I put my earpiece back in and fled the school before anyone saw me. I got home and waited for Jasper to pick me up, but he never showed. I'd been stood up. Go figure. Furious, I borrowed my neighbor's bike to the lookout, and there Jasper was, wearing his sunglasses at night, sitting on the ridge, desperately clasping Molly's hand.
Oh, hey, Jasper.
So, you stood me up for Molly? Awesome. Wait, are you guys in on this together? Trying to humiliate me?
Ashley, no! That's not what this is!
Then what is it? What are you really hiding behind your sunglasses? You said you were sensitive to the sun. Well, it's nighttime.
Leave us alone, freak.
Gah. I yanked my earpiece out when the coast was clear and pulled Jasper's sunglasses down from his face. But suddenly, I felt someone's hand grab my wrist. It was Jasper's. Startled, I quickly pushed his glasses back over his face. His hand fell limp. Had he unfrozen? Shoot. When I was safely down the hill, I unfroze everything. I'd almost given myself away today. I was getting too careless. I needed to know what was wrong with me before something disastrous happened. So that night, while my parents were sleeping, I sort of froze time to make sure they wouldn't wake up, and I did some digging. In my dad's office, I was shocked to find adoption papers from when I was 3 years old. I couldn't believe it. I only had more questions. The next morning, Mom stormed into my room, livid.
Ashley, the school said they caught you sneaking into your teacher's office. Someone spilled coffee on the test answers. What were you thinking?
I just wanted to do well in school so I didn't disappoint you and Dad.
Well, this is disappointing. I said you were putting too much pressure on her.
And your backseat parenting method is really working, huh?
Guys, stop! I know the truth. You can stop fighting.
What are you talking about?
That I was adopted? Did you know about my power? What happens when I take this out? My parents went silent, and I hadn't even stopped time. Guys!
It's, complicated. Why don't you sit down?
You did know! Seriously? Am I some sort of science experiment?
Honey.
Don't come near me! I couldn't even trust my own parents. I needed to know the truth. And it seemed only Jasper might have the answers. I ran out the front door when it occurred to me I had no idea where Jasper lived. Before I reached the end of the road, someone was flashing their headlights at me.
Honey, we'll explain. Just come home.
I started running faster and faster, with Mom tailing behind. Out of breath, I pulled my earpiece out. But amidst the chaos, I dropped it on the road, and then I heard a crunch. Mom's car had stopped, but my hearing device had been crushed. Underneath the front wheel of her car, it was completely destroyed. I desperately tried putting it back into my ear. Come on. But it wasn't working. Time wouldn't start up again. I had to find Jasper, fast. He wasn't at the lookout, so I went to Molly's house. She was sitting on her porch, crying. I pulled her phone out of her pocket and set it in front of her face to unlock it. There was about 20 missed calls from Jasper. I found his address in her contacts, grabbed my bike, and rushed over there. When I arrived at his house, I was stunned. It was basically a shed. I squeezed through the window to find Jasper alone on his couch, frozen in place as he was holding a photo of himself as a child, surrounded by a huge family. I ran to him and removed his glasses, and he unfroze.
Huh? Ashley, is that you? What are you doing here? What's going on?
I ran outside to see if anything was moving, but time was still frozen. Can you freeze time too?
Huh?
I grabbed his hand and took him outside to show him. Dead silence. Birds frozen in the sky. But Jasper didn't seem surprised.
Oh, wow. I had a feeling you had it too. I haven't met anyone with...
What? What's happening? Why did you stand me up for Molly? Does she know?
Ashley, I am so sorry. I didn't stand you up. I was scared. Molly is just a former friend who's been making me do stuff for her since she found out about my secret. But it's little stuff, harmless, like making her prom queen and voted most lovable in the middle school yearbook. Basically, buying her popularity.
What was happening the night I saw you on the bench?
I was pleading with her not to spill my secret. I said I didn't want to help her cheat or hack into her ex's phone and sabotage him. You were born October 4th, right?
Yeah?
Me too. and a handful of others. Anyone in that nursery that day was exposed to some weird chemical that gave us this power to freeze time. These glasses prevent that. Your hearing aid. When my parents found out, they used me. They threatened to expose me, take me to the government or whatever if I didn't do what they asked. I helped them steal and cheat people and get rich. I don't want to hurt anyone, but it seems everyone keeps hurting me.
I get that. My parents never even told me I was adopted, and I had to find out about my power on my own. They told me I had hearing issues.
It sounds like they were just trying to protect you. I ran away when I was 14, and I have been on my own ever since. It's been excruciating being alone, but now I found you.
Jasper was right. My parents were probably just trying to protect me from the world. It's what they must have been fighting about all this time. I need to save my parents. How do we reverse this?
Now that we know the truth about each other, we don't have to. We can get out of this town now. Wherever we are, we'll have the power. And once we are far enough, the town and your parents will unfreeze and go back to normal.
It didn't sound half bad, but I couldn't just run from my problems forever. No, I'm sick of manipulating things. Making you like me because I cheated at soccer, making friends because they think I have cool interests, taking shortcuts. It's all a lie.
I don't like you because you won at soccer. I like you because you have a pure, genuine heart. I felt I could trust you the moment I met you.
If that's true, then help me, please. We have to start time again without running away. And these powers, they need to end. I saw him turn away from me. He looked conflicted.
There is a way. My parents made me freeze time and steal a master device from the lab where your hearing device and my glasses were made. They just wanted as much control over my power as they could have. I took it with me when I ran away from home. Activating the master device will restart time, but it will overpower our devices, making them useless, which means I'll lose my powers. Then I'd just be normal.
Jasper, there's nothing normal about you. If our powers were in the wrong hands, imagine. But we got them, and it led us to each other. Isn't that enough? Jasper didn't seem so sure, so I did it. I faced my fears, leaned in, and kissed him. And it was super awkward. We both chuckled. See, doesn't it feel nice to be generic? We're just like every other awkward teenager. He kissed me back, and this time, it felt anything but normal. It was magical.
Not so normal, huh? Okay, Ashley. Just promise me we can face this world together.
No matter what.
There's just one thing I think we should do first.
Together, we snuck into the school and tied up some loose ends. Then, Jasper took out the master device and activated it. Suddenly, things started to move slowly again. He dropped it to the ground and stomped on it, then threw his glasses on the ground and stepped on them too. I joined him till we smashed them to bits, and everything around us was in motion as usual. Oh, thank goodness. When I got home, my parents were sitting at the kitchen table holding hands.
Honey! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're safe. This is all your fault, Joe. If you hadn't...
Stop! Stop blaming each other. I know everything. I know you've both been arguing about how to keep me safe. I just want to know, how come you adopted me?
Your birth mom gave you up for adoption when she found out you were different. She was scared. We were competing with another family, a corrupt family, to adopt you so we could protect you.
Shoot. Tears were welling up in my eyes. The best way you can protect me is by being nice to each other.
We just have different ideas about what's best.
And at the end of the day, I appreciate it. I was lucky to be raised by both of you, but I've decided what's best for myself. I saw my parents link arms in anticipation. I destroyed my earpiece.
You what?
I just want to be normal, with all the pain and beauty that comes with it. My parents clasped hands. I thought they'd be pissed, but instead, they scooped me into a hug.
That makes me so happy to hear.
Me too.
For the first time, it felt like we were all united. Shortly after, Jasper and I started to date. And even though we couldn't freeze time, it seriously felt like time was frozen whenever I'd look into his eyes. I know, so sappy. Don't worry, my mischievous spirit didn't die overnight. That sneaking into the school charade we pulled before smashing his glasses?
This year's homecoming queen is Ashley!